Welcome to Cord Cutting today for October 2nd, 2019. This is the show where I break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting right now and give you my thoughts on them. Now, this is my opinion. If you want to learn more about these stories, check out the links down in the show notes. I'll put a link to each story in the order I talk about them, so you can read about them for yourself. Let us know what you think. We'll love to hear from you. If you're new here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. It really does help us because it lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do, and hopefully we can help you break free from the high cost of cable TV and still watch the shows you enjoy. Well, it's been a very busy day of news, so let's kind of dive into it, starting off with the FCC winning, or mostly winning, their court appeal that would allow them to end net neutrality. So what exactly is net neutrality? I've got this question a lot, so let's start off there real quick and then we'll talk about the news. So a little over a year ago now, the FCC transferred internet from what's called a Title II internet or service to a Title I. The difference here is it moves the internet regulation from the FCC back to the FTC where it was a few years ago. So the Federal Trade Commission would now regulate the internet like it does with many other parts of our commerce and all that. The FCC had for a few years control over that, and people called that was net neutrality. The FCC rules apply to that. So that's exactly what's happening here. This transfer from the FCC control to the FTC and the different rules between them. So quick little background on exactly what's happening here. With this, the court said yes, the FCC has the right and the ability to say this is a Title I versus a Title II service and that we're not going to regulate it. Now they struck down the FCC's ruling that said that states could not impose their own net neutrality rules. So states can now go and impose laws that would require net neutrality. Look for that to be challenged in courts going forward, because we've already seen states like California and New York come with some pretty aggressive net neutrality rules, especially in California. Things like zero rating would also be banned, which is the idea that, hey, if you're an AT&T customer, your data for AT&T TV Now, for example, would not count towards your data cap. FCC or the California rules would ban that also, which is far more far-reaching than what the FCC had done with their net neutrality rules. So this is probably far from over, but it's a big win. The FCC does have the ability to say the FTC, they're in charge of the internet, and we'll take TV side of it. So we'll keep a close eye on everything happening here. Now, a few interesting things here is keep an eye on them, because they also have to impose, according to the court, some additional protections for emergencies and different circumstances. So the court did kick some of this back to the FCC to put additional protections in there. We'll have to see how that all plays out going forward. I don't think we've heard the end of this. I think both sides would like this ruling to be appealed. I'm sure the FCC would like this to overrule the side where it said that states would have the ability to create their own net neutrality rules. And I think the DOJ is suing right now California to block theirs. We'll see how that all plays out. And I'm sure net neutrality opponents that wanted the FCC to be in charge of this, to impose net neutrality rules, will also try to sue or appeal this case. Now, there are several laws batting around in Congress right now that would forcibly transfer management of the internet back over to the FCC. We'll have to see if those go anywhere. So far, they haven't. So we're keeping a close eye on it. We'll let you know if we learn anything more on that. But let me know what you think of that story. Let me know what you think of the transfer here with the FCC and the FTC managing the internet, playing this game back and forth right now. Who is in charge of the internet is basically what we're trying to decide right now within the federal government. All right, next story up of the day. PlayStation Vue has reached a deal to keep HBO, Cinemax, and NBA TV. Last month, Sony warned that HBO, Cinemax, and NBA TV could go dark on PlayStation Vue. Yesterday, the deadline came and went. They stayed on, and Sony never released a statement, but they did remove the warning. So at least for now, there's at least, I should say, a temporary deal in place that would keep Cinemax, HBO, and NBA TV on PlayStation Vue. Good news for basketball fans that use PlayStation Vue. with that. So check that out. If you have any questions, let me know. If we hear anything official, if Sony ever releases a press release, we'll let you know. Unfortunately, Sony just doesn't do that a lot. They do have a bad habit of not communicating. They'll put warnings like this up, let them expire, just take the warning down, and leaving you to assume more. I wish Sony was much better in their communication with their subscribers. It's one of the things I think would help them going forward with their subscribers, keep people happy, is better communication. They don't even have a dedicated Twitter account for PlayStation Vue. They share the one with the PlayStation Gaming service. So it'd probably be in their best interest to do that. So let me know, and if I hear anything official, I'll let you know what I hear about PlayStation Vue and these contract renewals. But as of right now, Sony is not listing any additional contract renewals coming up this month. All right, AT&T. I know there's been a lot of AT&T news. Bear with me for a moment. But AT&T TV Now is downgrading grandfathered DVR customers. Now, if you are a early DirecTV Now, before it became AT&T TV Now DVR beta tester, you got 100 hours of DVR service. And if you were one of the early ones, you got to keep that 100 hours worth of DVR there. Now, AT&T has started to contact customers who had the 100 hours of DVR storage to inform them that as of November 1st, that will be coming to an end. They'll be downgraded to 20 hours. The 20 most recent hours of recordings will be saved. All others will be deleted. So watch them quick. Maybe go through manually, clean out your DVR list, pick out which ones you want. But they say this is happening because they're making some back-end changes. They're improving the back end of their DVR. And that part of that back-end improvement will be removing grandfathered 100-hour DVR plans. Now, this isn't grandfathered customers who have the grandfathered pricing plans. This is grandfathered customers who had the 100 hours of DVR for AT&T TV Now. Now, a lot of people have been excited. Oh, look, new DVR coming. From what I've learned, it doesn't sound like a whole lot will change. If you were already on the 20 hours of DVR service, nothing's changing there. This seems to be a lot more about just making their DVR more robust, about improving the back-end experience of the DVR on their end so that it works better for you on the front end. But to do that, they're also removing the 100-hour offer there. Some of that may have to do with the AT&T TV, which is different from AT&T TV Now's 500 hours of DVR storage. So we'll keep a close eye on that. And let me know, did you get that email? Some people were offered a $5 credit. Other people weren't. And I don't know. AT&T has not said why some people are getting a credit for this and others are not. Now, your guess is as good as mine on that. All right, if you use an Nvidia Shield, good news. They rolled out an update yesterday with slight tweaks to the user interface and a laundry list of bug fixes. It's quite an impressive list of little tweaks they've made to improve the quality of the Nvidia Shield. If you want to see all the changes made to the Nvidia Shield with the most recent 8.0.1 update that rolled out yesterday, Jess has a story I linked to in the show notes that breaks down everything that changed. So check that out and let me know anything on this list that you noticed that wasn't listed. Often Roku's, I think, the worst at this. Often updates include a few things they don't announce, and they're often maybe minor things that they want to test out, see if people notice. So if you find any cool changes to the Nvidia Shield that wasn't announced or included in that list, please let me know. I'd love to hear from you and what you found, and let me know. I'll include it. Also, as the 9.2 update comes out to Roku, do the same thing. Roku is notorious for hiding updates in there. Go to corecarsnews.com, click on the Contact Us, send us any cool new features you found that may not have been announced yet. All right, next story up of the day. TiVo is launching a new TiVo Edge DVR and a new TiVo Plus streaming service. So the TiVo Plus streaming service is extremely similar to Pluto TV, or the Roku channel, Xumo TV, etc. It's a collection of on-demand and live streams of different content like Cheddar streaming on there and more. Very similar content to you'll find on other services, but now it's baked into your TiVo. Now the TiVo Edge, it does include Dolby Vision, HDR on there, some other stuff included. I think the biggest thing here is it's slightly faster, slightly more powerful DVR here. Just as a full breakdown of it, check out the show notes down below if you want to check out the new TiVo Edge. One thing I got a lot of questions about yesterday is, will this work for antennas? Yes, this will work for antennas, but they also have a cable version. Make sure the version you buy is compatible with antennas. And last story up of the day, according to a study from Real Good, which monitors all the different streaming services out there, Amazon Prime Video has more movies than Netflix and Hulu. So according to this, right now, Amazon Prime Video has over 14,000 movies on there. This is compared to 3,800 some for Netflix and Hulu with just 1,437. Now it is important to remember that Amazon Prime pretty much allows anybody to upload a movie, right? If you upload a movie, you can get a small profit share through the Amazon Prime one. Now, Amazon Prime, I do think, has really upped their game in the quality of their content. You find a lot more A-level, I guess we'll call them movies and TV shows included with your Amazon Prime membership. Plus, the Amazon Originals have really stepped up their game also. So that's really great. Though it is interesting to see that Netflix has 3,800 and Hulu has just 1,437. Now, some of that's to be expected. Hulu is always focused more heavily on the TV side of it versus the movie side. But 1,437 movies is nothing to pass by. There's a good collection of movies there on Hulu. There's a great collection on Netflix. And Amazon Prime just really has a huge collection of content. So let me know, has it been a while since you've tried out Amazon Prime? I hear this a lot. Oh, I had it a few years ago. It didn't have anything I wanted, so I just don't use it. If you have Amazon Prime for shipping or some other Amazon Prime feature, I would strongly encourage you to maybe give it another shot. Give Hulu another shot for movies. I've been noticing a lot of good content there also. But let me know, when it comes to movies, where do you go? Is it Netflix, Hulu, or Amazon when you want movies? Not originals. Let's not talk about like Netflix originals versus Hulu originals. Let's just talk about like back catalog movies and TV shows. Where do you go? Are you an Amazon? Are you a Hulu or a Netflix kind of person? Leave me a comment. I'll love to hear from you. Well, that's it for today. And if you want to see that full breakdown of all the services, check out the post, link in the show notes down below. Well, that's it for today. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you to everybody who hung in there with my vacation last week. It was great to see all the nice comments yesterday. I hope you have a fantastic Wednesday. Don't forget, we'll be live tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, answering your cord cutting related questions right here on YouTube. And then I'll be back next week, or tomorrow, with a cord cutting today, episode, and the podcast is back on tomorrow. So the vacation's over, back to normal schedules this week. If you're new here, don't forget we post videos almost every day. So hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. It really does help us, and hopefully we can help you break free from the high cost of cable TV.